Well, as you can see, there's cars, cars, cars. This is the Car Club's annual car show, classic and antique cars, held on the parking lot of Summit Plaza and Citibank. And they've got a lot of them, and a lot of people are going around. So let's see some of the cars, and then I'll do a separate segment on the Pinewood Derby finals that have been going on at the elementary schools. Finals will be here in just a little bit. I always like to show you Shed Conklin's car. This is a real beauty. This is a Jaguar. It's a 1961, but it's in cherry condition. And of course, there's nothing like a Chevy. Look at this. Isn't this neat? Beautiful. Look at the red interior on the back. This is a 59. Look at the fins on the back. Isn't that great? And here's one. Look at, you got the old California. Look at 1930, it says. This is a Ford. This is, they call it a Roadster. Look at the tires on the side. That's something. This is a 1930. In fact, I used to own one of these when I was in high school. Look at the rumble seat. A lot of things happening in the rumble seat. You can really rumble. And this is a convertible, of course. Here's the top. But this was the cat's meow when I was in high school, 1947. I had one. Look at the wind wings on the side. Oh, you can see they're not. They're glass. Hard to see. They're etched. See the etching on it? Really something. This is cherry condition, too. Yeah, we had a stick shift right down on the floor. But, of course, we had to shift ourselves. They didn't have automatics. Look at this beaut. This is really customized. I'm sure in its day it didn't have colors like this at all. This is a 1950 Mercury. But look what a small windshield it has. This is really cut down. That's a 50. Boy, look at on the ground there, the exhaust. Really something. Now, this one's a little before my time. This, too, is a Ford. Of course, it was the first one south. First one. This is 95 years old. It's a 1914. And it takes a licking and keeps on ticking. But look at the kerosene lamps, lanterns, actually, that they have. They're little four-bangers. And this is a truck. Odell and Sons, Mercantile, 1914. Look at the side here. These are storage cans. And look at all the wood, the beautiful woodwork on here. And this is taking a bale of hay somewhere. These used to, when they come up here, when I first came up here, we had a 1929 Dodge truck. And we would come up Highway 18 up Waterman Canyon, cross the top, the rim of the world highway, and we always had to have this canvas water bag on the front. And we would in these days, they didn't have cooling systems, good cooling system. Did they, Ken?
No, they didn't.
They didn't.
That was the best thing for going across the desert.
I know it.
Yeah,
well, coming up here, I was going to say, we had to stop about every 1,000 feet, and because it would boil over, coming up over the Highway 18 from the Crestline area over. They used to have big barrels every 1,000 feet, barrels full of water. So you would use your canvas water bags and make sure that you kept water in the car. And we do this all the way over. And of course, every time I stopped, I would throw up you know, and all of that. I get so car sick.
Yep, those were the days.
Okay, Moms and Rods.
Moms and Rods.
That's
yes.
coming up too. That's a separate show from this. It's another one.
It's in a week and a half. First weekend in June. We've got a lot of nice cars coming up. And a great weekend.
It is at the Northwoods?
At the Northwoods Resort.
You betcha. There's a lot of them.
Either put your car in or come out and enjoy the day.
I know it. It's great.
Oh, we're looking forward to it.
You bet. Is it 2 day, 3 days?
It's actually
or 1
2
day.
days, Friday and Saturday.
Saturday. That's what I thought.
2 days.
Yeah.
Cars start coming in on Thursday. Then we do a show and shine on Sunday.
Right. So, that's great.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. You know,
lots of antique and classic cars.
A lot of them.
If you're a car lover, folks, these are the beauts.
Come on out.
You bet.
If you don't have a car, come out and enjoy the day.
That's right. Thanks, Ken.
Thanks, Ron.
Okay, well, look at these vets here. These are really great. Now, this is the Big Bear Valley Antique Car Club. We have 2 car clubs up here. Ken's has the Moms and Rods, and this one is the car club, which has this is the biggest and the oldest one. Over here is a slot rail. This is one of the best ones, and when we get started here, they're now signing in. We'll watch them come on down here, and this is actually on the bottom. The lights will show will change color on the one that hits down here first. So we'll still go around, then we'll come back and watch this when this starts. Boy, you want a hot rod? Look at this! Wow, this is hot. Look at those tires on the back. This belongs to the club president, Cliff Fowler. And he goes down to a lot of car shows. He drives it. He doesn't put it on a trailer and trailers it down. He does it. This is a 1923 Ford Model T Roadster. And, man, it is really hot. It's got a 671 blower, dual Holley, 4-bolt on this thing. You notice these older cars, they don't have temperature gauges inside. Temperature gauges are right on the front, on top of the radiator. See that? That's a temperature gauge. That's the only way you can find out whether your engine's hot or not. A lot of people don't realize that Sears is one of the oldest department stores in the nation, but originally you could buy a horseless carriage from Sears. This is 1910. This is owned by Ken Carlson, who has the Village Pizza. You notice there's not balloon tires. These are solid tires. You could go along. You steer it with this rod here, and it's got, the engine is down under the seat. But from 1909 to 1912, Sears made this, and you would order it from a catalog, and they would send it to you in a crate, and you'd have to put it together. Isn't that something? You have 2 horns, one for the automobiles to get out of the way, and one for the cattle to get out of the way. So that's why you have 2 different horns on it. Here's another horseless carriage over here. This is a 1911, and this is owned by a gentleman in Running Springs.
Ernie Lawyer.
Oh, really? And, you know, they were really expensive in those days. This was $395, which was in it. Well, Ken, how much did this cost in 1910?
$395.
Same price, huh?
Same price.
Yeah. And I was saying that you could order it out of a catalog, and they ship it to you in a crate, and then you put it together?
Absolutely. That's how it went.
Wow. That is something. How long have you owned this?
4 years.
Really? And it runs fine. You drive it around. Did you drive it here?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, isn't that neat?
What's interesting here, Ron, is that these 2 cars mine's a 1910. Ernie Lawyer's is a 1911.
Right.
And they're almost identical, but to find 2 Sears of this vintage side by side
is almost impossible,
Almost
isn't it?
impossible.
A million to one, a trillion to one
I have
almost.
no idea, but to find out that I live in Big Bear and he lives in Running Springs, and so we decided for this one we'd get them side by side. And we're going to take some pictures, and we're going to send them to some of the Horses Carriage magazines.
Oh, yeah.
I think that we'll probably get our pictures in because this is so rare.
Sure.
There's about maybe 50 to 70 of these things left in the world.
Really?
And to have two of them side by side, much less live so close in the mountains.
Oh, I know it.
And
now, do you have to have two in it? Because when you start it, you don't have electric starters. You have to crank it. There's the crank.
right.
But it
in.
has a neutral. You crank it and then you hop in.
Then I hop in.
So it
Real
doesn't
quick.
take off on you. Run you down.
I can put it in neutral and sit here all day long.
And look at the shock absorbers.
Springs?
Those are just springs.
Buggy springs.
Does it ride pretty easy?
No.
Yeah, they're very
It rides
rough.
hard.
Yeah.
Rides really hard.
Yeah, well, you don't have air in the tires. These are solid rubber tires.
Right.
These are so cool. I was telling about the two horns, one for getting the cars out of the way and one for getting the cattle out of the way.
And now Ernie Lawyer has the whip, so I asked him what the whip was for.
Oh,
he
yeah.
says dogs.
Oh, really? Get the dogs out
Get
of the
the
way.
dogs out of the way.
Yeah, I bet it surprised them because they wouldn't see
Exactly.
these things.
The dogs would hear this thing. This is back in the early part of the century, and so dogs would chase these things. So I guess I didn't know about the whip.
What? Now you got to get a whip in
I
yours.
got to get a whip.
Well, you can get one, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
But these are in cherry condition.
They are. They are both.
They really neat.
They both start up easily, and
The headlamps, they use kerosene or?
yes, they're both kerosene
Okay.
lamps.
Wow. These are so cool.
We have so many beautiful cars here at this.
Oh, I
City
know.
Bank.
You've been a member for many years, haven't you, of the Car Club?
Yes.
You're one of the originals, aren't you?
No.
Oh, not?
About 4 years.
Oh, about 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah. Well, good. Well, nice seeing you. Nice seeing the Sears 1910. See you soon, Ken.
Okay, thank you, Ron.
From North Shore Elementary.
Here's some of the trophies they're going to give to the kids. This is called the Pinewood Derby Shootout. This is the finals. So anyway, we're going to close this segment off, start a new one with the slot car races and see who wins. So that's it from the car show. And don't go away. I'll be back after these messages.